enough time and questions. Thank you.
مؤتمر من السادة speakers أن يجلسون في الصف الأول. دكتور سيد محمد، دكتور وليد سويلخة، دكتور محمد سويلح، دكتور محمد مصير، دكتور ناصر، دكتور غان، دكتور لما، دكتور سليم محروق، عبد القادر البواب، دكتور عبد القادر، ودكتور طارق. is Dr. Said Muhammad. He has got his BSc in pharmacy from Asyut University in 1978. Now he is a professor of industrial pharmacy in Asyut University.
I would like to thank the dean, the vice dean, all of you, and the NICE community for inviting me to attend this interesting conference. My subject today will be about contraceptive methods and contraceptive drugs. Maybe it's not interesting to some of you, but as a pharmacist, we have to know at least some knowledge about the contraceptive methods and contraceptive drugs we are dealing with in the hospital, in the pharmacy, in the community pharmacy. I acquired such interest because I worked for the Population Council, which is the center of excellence in contraception and contraceptive methods and contraceptive drugs. I spent between 2 to 3 years with them. I did so many publications with the Population Council. My talk will be very, as I told you, very short notes about the contraceptive methods and drugs in use now and we're looking forward to be applied in future. New advances in contraceptive methods and drugs. This is my name, as they said. My name is Sayyid Muhammad Ahmed, professor in pharmacy in Asyut University, Egypt. This is by CV. I think there is no time to as I told you, I am proud to work for 3 years as a postdoctoral staff member for the Population Council in New York. As introductory part, all of us, we know what is the importance of family planning or the use of methods of contraception or trying to make family planning. It's important for the women, for the children themselves. And as I told you, if all the children were born at least 2 years apart, 3 to 4 million of these deaths will be avoided because there is a lot of deaths and diseases. And I think it will be a good style of life if we have a small amount of children, not very large number of children. Also for the men, it helps them to provide better life for their families. Family planning is very important for the family and couples with fewer children are better able to provide them with enough food, clothing, housing, and schooling. For the nation, it is very important for the economic problems. Also, family planning is very important for the earth. And as it is written that it will be, as I told you, it will be stop doubling of the whole population all over the world every 50 years. What is the most important properties of the contraceptive method which a woman or man can select? The most important property is that it should be easy to use, few side effects, affordable, respond to the need of users, cheap, under the user's control, reducing user failure. This is the most important characteristics of the ideal method or drug that can be chosen for contraception or family planning. Methods that are in use now, this is a list of the methods that are in use now. Those, we can't ignore them. They are on the shelves, in the pharmacy, in the hospital, in the clinic, anywhere. We have to know, we have to have some idea about them. The first method, which is natural family planning method, it depends on the calendar, depends on the basal body. I had a pointer. A good pointer. It depends on the basal body temperature, sympatho-thermal methods. This is called the natural family planning method. This is without drugs. This depends on, they don't use drugs at all. Another button, this one? No, both of them are not working. But there is a method called calendar method, basal body temperature method, and this is by measuring the body temperature during ovulation. It rises up about 0.6 to 0.5 degrees centigrade. And simple thermal method, some women can depend on this method as a method for family planning. The other method, which is lactational amenorrhea method, it depends on breastfeeding, and we all know that if the woman is breastfeeding for the 6 months after labor, it is one of the methods for family planning, but the woman should be amenorrheic. Woman is fully breastfeeding, baby is less than 6 months for this method to be succeeded as a method for contraception. It is called LAM or lactational amenorrhea method. And then we go to the barrier methods like the male condoms. We have also female barrier methods, which is diaphragm, cervical cap, female condom, contraceptive sponge. All those are available and they are in use now in many Arab and foreign countries. For the female, as I told you, we have the diaphragm, cervical cap, female condom, and contraceptive sponge. And this is the picture of the cervical cap. Also have spermicides, and we know the naloxone, which is very effective and very successful spermicide. It can be used as cream, gel, melting suppository, foaming tablet, aerosol, foam. It can be used spermicides by women. Oral contraceptives, we all know the tablets, which is taken every day. This is called the combined oral contraceptive. It's called combined because it has two hormones, estrogen and progesterone. This should be taken every day for 21 days and then 7 days off. This is called the combined oral contraceptives, and all we know that it is popular and they are provided for any woman needed in the hospitals and in the community pharmacies as well. We have, how does the pill work? This is the shape of the pills all over the world, different shapes to be suitable for the lady to put it in her bag or something. How does the pill work? It stops ovulation, thins uterine lining, also thicken the cervical mucus. This is some of the mechanisms suggested for the combined oral contraceptives, but they mainly depend on the hormones, which is estrogen and the progestin, which, as I told you, stops ovulation. We have progestin-only contraceptive pills. They are estrogen only. There is no progestin. They are appropriate for older and breastfeeding women. What about the positive benefits of the birth control pill? Birth control pill has so many advantages. They prevent pregnancy, this is the main aim. Ease menstrual cramps, little menstrual cramps. Some women suffer from menstrual cramps. Pills can reduce the menstrual cramps, shortens period, regulates period, decreasing incidence of ovarian cysts, prevents ovarian and uterine cancer, decrease acne, which is in Arabic, hab shabab or acne. I can't say they all have only advantage, but they have some advantage. There is doubt now about increase in the number of breast cancer cases, something like that, but until now it is a doubt. They don't confirm it, that is it inheritedly or from these tablets. And then we go to IUDs, intrauterine. Intrauterine devices or IUDs. There are two types of IUDs. They are, as I told you, on shelves in every pharmacy. We have copper releasing IUD. It depends on copper, which is released inside the uterus, and killing sperms and decreases contact. Everyone has a different mechanism, but I can't, as I told you, tell the complete explanation. The other one is due to time. The other one is levonorgestrel releasing IUDs, which is called medicated IUD. So we have two types of IUDs, either copper IUD, there is no drug in it at all, and there is medicated IUD, which is releases this hormone inside the uterus. This is the shape of the IUDs. This copper IUD, and this is the medicated IUD, and on the stem of it, there is an elastic tube which contains the progestin, the hormone, which is released by time inside the uterus. Injections, we know Depo-Provera contains synthetic hormones. They are safe and effective and reversible for most women. And as I told you, it is effective for 3 months. The woman can use it for 3 months, and maybe she can extend it if you want for another period. Two types of injectables are available. We have progestin-only injections, we have combined injections. This is the injections for the contraception. The most interesting, which I was involved in one of the projects while I was in the Population Council, are the implants. Implants, it is like a match, like the match is very small tube, which is inserted under the skin by a minor surgical operation for the ladies, and this implants releases the drug in their blood, and this is very good method for contraception, up to some of them for 10 years. So there are 3 years, 4 years, up to 10 years, it can lead to contraception. This is the types of implants available. This is a Norplant, which is available, which is, as I told you, marketed by the Population Council, or all the research done in the Population Council. Uniplant, Implanon, those are the types. This is an implant itself. As I told you, it is like matches like that. This is elastic, and this is a trocar by which the implant is injected, and this is how they inject it in the forearm of the lady, and this is the shape of it. This is nothing. It doesn't cause any problem, and this implant releases the drug, the hormone inside the body up to, as I told you, some of them for 3 years, others up to 10 years. There is a method which is irreversible, like sterilization, and I think you know that this is irreversible, which is sterilization. There is female sterilization, and there is also male sterilization. If I talk about women and men, in the United States, they say that it is a good way for men to share in the responsibility of family planning. It is not a must for the woman to carry the responsibility. The man has to share as well. And this is one of the methods, which is, as I told you, male sterilization method. And there is a lot of research now about the male contraceptive methods. We have also vaginal rings. It is a plastic ring. I will show you the picture of it now. It is a duff nut-shaped drug delivery system. There is progesterone ring and there is nistyrone ring. And as I told you, I was working on the stability and pharmaceutical formulation of nistyrone, and now it is available in the market as rings. I will show you the picture of the ring now. This is how the ring. This is made of medical silastic, which is very expensive, medical silastic, and this small tube containing the drug. And once the lady used it, it will release the drug inside the uterus, and this is how it is elastic. This shows how this is very elastic and not tough and does not cause any problems. It is inserted by the woman herself for three weeks and then taken out for 1 week. This is called the vaginal rings, and as I told you, it is available now in the market maybe 5 to 10 years ago. About the new methods for birth control or the family planning, we have one of the methods, all those now under investigation or under research, which is one of them for female is Issure. Issure is a micro insert like this one, and this one goes inside the uterus. It will cause tubular occlusion by the fibers. There is small fibers which will close the uterus, and this is also irreversible. This is Issure. It is a micro insert inserted by the physician inside the uterus of the female, and it would lead to, as I told you, irreversible contraception. Also, there are a lot of studies are now under control for the quinacrine hydrochloride, which is a polymer. Once it is injected inside the uterus, as I told you, it will lead to non-surgical female sterilization, and this is also irreversible method. This, as I told, this polymer, it melts inside the uterus and causes occlusion of the fallopian tubes and prevents pregnancy. And there is also female barrier methods. There is a lot of research about the female barrier methods, the diaphragm, cervical caps, sponges, modified versions of those female barrier methods also under research. Nistyrone is one of the hormones which is used. It is very good drug, but it cannot be given orally. Nistyrone. This carries R. It is trademark for the Population Council. They synthesized it, done everything about it. Now it is marketed Nistyrone as rings, patches, gels, implants, and it is not effective when it is taken orally. And this Nistyrone is very good for the breastfeeding woman. So there is no interference with the breastfeeding if the woman using this Nistyrone as I told you, rings, patches, gels, and implants. This is Nistyrone hormone, which is synthetic hormone. Nistyrone can penetrate the skin. That's why there is a very good company called Acrox, which is invented a new method for giving, instead of taking the pill every day, only the woman has to take only one spray, once a day, as you see in this slide. This is the way. Before or until now, the lady has to take tablet every day. maybe she doesn't like that, but this new method, which is transdermal, only one shot or one spray once a day. It is spray, nothing. There is, as I told you, new birth control, Anaya and Liberil. There is another new methods, but this new tablets, which is under study, as I told you, it is 365 tablets every day for a year. Not 30 tablets per month or something, but it is complete, containing 365 tablets to be taken every day continuously. No need to buy a strip every month. No, but this can be used all over the year. And then immunocontraception, which is now also, as I told you, under investigation by giving vaccines. Vaccines work by producing an immune system response in a woman's body, causing woman's body to attack the embryo. As I told you, this is a novel, slow-release formulation of vaccines, depending on immunization and immunoreactions inside the body. This is a new direction for those people to invent new contraceptive drugs. And there is a standardized method. I don't know if it's available or not. Standardized method, it is like pill like this, like مثل العقدة أو شيء, pill like this, and the lady can count the days, which is, we call it the safe days, where there is no ovulations. It is like natural method for contraception by using what we call it cycle beads, which each lady, but she has to take training for at least 5 to 6 months with a physician until she can use it, because each lady different, the safety period for her is different from another one. So she has to take training with a physician, and after 3 to 5 months she can use it successfully. Contraceptive patches. It is, I think, maybe needs maybe 1 to 2 years to be available in the market, and maybe it is available in the United States. This is patches to be stuck to the ladies as you see in a suitable place like this, and it is to be applied weekly for 3 weeks and then 1 week off. Okay, I finished. I'm nearly new IUDs forms. There is another IUDs, as I told you, also under investigation. Combined hormonal contraceptives, also transdermal contraceptives, vaginal rings, monthly injectable contraceptives. So there is a lot of research about new dosage forms for contraception. Birth control for men, as I told you, men has to share the responsibility, and for men there is patches as well available, gels, implants, pills, and injections are available for contraception taken by the men, and it will lead to contraception and family planning. There is implants containing mint, and as I told you, I did some research on mint, which is non-testosterone. It is 40 times stronger than testosterone, and it is given as implants for the men, and it will lead to contraception without any side effects. Immunocontraceptive for men, as I told you, until now it is in animal trials, maybe stage 2 or something for immunocontraception for men as well. Male contraception on horizon now, there is male birth control pill, there is something new, biodegradable implants. Do you know what's meant by, what's the difference between normal implants and biodegradable implants? Biodegradable implants, which degrades under the skin. But the normal implant should be injected by the special broker and taken out after, as I told you, if it is for 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, should be taken out by surgical. But this is biodegradable implant injected under the skin, and it degrades by time. It's called biodegradable implants, and vaccines as well. This is new methods. Now there is chemical barriers There is intra-vas devices. There is a lot of research, as I told you, going on to make the men to share in the responsibility of contraception. And this list of some publications I did while I was on the Population Council on the contraceptive drugs. This is, I have no comment about this. I have no comment about this picture. And thank you very much.
Thank you for Dr. Said. If there is any question.
Yes.
This is not a problem in the United States or Europe.
But
So,
yes,
I tell you what, it's more appropriate in this way to indicate which one is the effective. One that ordinary people who they would get that.
yes,
Secondly, that the safest steroidal derivative are they arises from progesterone or from combination of estrogen-like compound, and in estrogen is the non-steroidal one is better than steroidal one. Thank you.
Yes, you will come. And when I was preparing this lecture, I said to myself, maybe you don't have the problem of overpopulation in Jordan, but it is not only for the overpopulation, not only for control of the children. Sometimes the lady wants to have a space between one. It is not. She is not poor. She has lots of money, but she wants to have a space between her children. She has a problem. She is doing research. She is busy. Sometimes she is sick. She has to use this, and I think it is available in the pharmacies, not prohibited or in some countries and not in others. Those drugs are marketed all over the world. But as I told you, it is not for poor situations. Sometimes there is disease. The male may be work in another country or something. No need. Also, maybe, as I told you, maybe she wants to make space between some.
National
Yes.
good. Rich people will
If she is rich and sick, maybe she is sick and want to make a space between her children. Maybe she is busy for 1 or 2 years. So this is the other side for users of these contraceptive drugs. Your question about non-steroidal and steroidal, I told you estrogen is better than non-steroidal, and both of them has advantages and disadvantages. Nothing absolutely safe. They are not 100% safe. I didn't say that. Both of them has advantages and disadvantages, and as I told you, my email here, if you want more information, I can send it to you. I hope I answered your questions. What's your question, please?
Hi. Thank you for your presentation. I just want to ask, the immunocontraceptive, is it reversible or irreversible?
What?
The immunocontraceptive.
The immune?
Yeah.
Immuno-reversible.
So, aren't you worried about memory cells in the immune system that might be produced from the immunocontraceptive, so the woman might abort each time she get an embryo in her? Because of the memory cells. Aren't you afraid of producing memory cells and because of the immunocontraceptive, so the woman might abort every single embryo in it?
Yes. As I told you, the research done on these on the vaccines, they look for every side effects expected. They didn't just do research that this immune will stop ovulation and may cause problem on the mammalian cells. No, there is studies and as I told you, modifications for the. At first they put the idea, and then they start making modifications until it is more safe and does not cause any side effects for the woman. It is not just like that. I'm sure it will affect the mammary cells. You will. Question?
حضرتك عملت في مؤسسة international right?
نعم.
You worked in an international institute, right? عملت في مؤسسة دولية في
Yes.
الكويت.
Yes.
يعني السؤال بيطرح نفسه، هل هذه الوسائل contraception بتكون مدعومة وبشكل حكومي في المراكز الصحية for general population موجود نعم، لكن سؤال يعني موجودة أكثر في دول العالم المتقدم كوت أند كوت، في دول العالم developed countries ولا في دول العالم الثالث كما يقال، يعني وين في ترويج أكثر لهذه contraceptive methods على مستوى دولي وعلى مستوى مراكز صحية معتمدة وبدعم مادي من الدولة أكثر يا ترى في developed countries ولا في third world countries كما يقال؟
موجودة في كل حتة في العالم، developed والpoor countries as well. موجودة في كل
يعني مثلا في أمريكا
There is a special cases.
نعم.
I'm not talking from religion point of view. Be careful. It is. I'm talking about what I am. Most of those are pharmacists who are dealing with those things in our shelves, and we have to answer the questions for the patients or for the customers who come to me in the pharmacy. I have to answer the question for him. But I am not saying to you they are from religion point of view. It is not.
هذا سؤال يعني مثلا في امريكا بريطانيا فرنسا، هل من السهل المراه تروح على اي مركز صحي فور فري يحطوا لها انتريتراين ديفايس مثلا؟ سهل في امريكا في بريطانيا can the woman go to any يعني any
It should be by prescription in the United States and it depends on age.
For free? For
It's
free?
regulated. It is under control.
No.
Nothing. It is not free like OTC like that. No. You have to go with prescription and they ask if a small girl want to ask about it, they ask her about not money, not money wise. They ask her about a letter from her father, something, why, and give me the prescription from a known physician. It is not like OTC drugs. No, it is dangerous.
يعني انا ما عنديش اي تعليق صريح اخير انه احنا مع تطبيق النسل بلا شك، لكن لما نكون بنحكي عن irreversible methods زي الفازكتومي بيعجبني مقوله يعني انه في دول العالم الثالث بدل ما نتكلم عن تحديد النسل فلنتكلم عن تحديد النشر، عندئذ ستحل المشكله لحد بعيد. يعني الطرق الirreversible حقيقه ينبغي اعاده النظر فيها كثيرا، هل نحن بالفعل في دول العالم الثالث كما يقال بحاجه ماسه الى تحديد النسل الى irreversible ways of birth control؟ يعني هذا السؤال بس بالضبط.
I told you in special cases sometimes حالة معينة إنسان عنده مرض معين.
نعم.
يروح للدكتور، الدكتور ينصحه بيها. أنا كفارماسيست في الصيدلية بيجيني يقول لي عايز الدواء ده بديهوله، برد على سؤاله. هيقول لي على الأقل دي ريفرسبل ولا ريفرسبل، ترجع لي تاني ولا مش ترجع لي؟ تعمل مين بيعملها؟ مين المتخصص؟ ترد عليه بس يبقى يكون عندك معلومة.
This topic has the social aspects, economic aspects, and many aspects. So I cannot open the discussion for all these aspects. I will finish this talk and we will transfer to the next speaker, please.
Excuse me, I just want to have a small intervention. No, related to this, it's so simple. He was asking about if birth control in the United States is free, like in our countries. No, it's not free. It's CON, prescription only medicine.
Yes.
So you have to hold your prescription, go to the pharmacist,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
then you will dispense your medicine. The difference is right there. In developing countries, and Jordan is one of the developed countries, let's say like that, and I'm working in Ministry of Health, the lady comes, maybe she's not well educated, and she's not that background of culture. So she gave a birth to the baby. Maybe she gets pregnant while she's feeding her baby. So she needs a counseling from the nursing, from the pharmacist, in order to make a space or to postpone. She wants to give birth to an army. It's not our problem. But the problem is her body and her tissues, and you will decrease the rate of deaths and, let's say, embryos death inside their mother's uterus and so on. But it is free here and it's counseling, and we have a maternity center for that. This is the difference. Thank you.
very much. Very detailed. Okay, listen. More intervention, please.
Okay, I would like to highlight something, how to deal with this. In Egypt, we have centers for mothers and children. And these are sponsored by the government. Okay? And everything about contraception can be explained for the very uneducated people. So we have, it is free also. So intrauterine devices, contraceptive pills, intravaginal devices, all are free for everybody, because we are too many, and therefore we encourage it. Okay? We encourage it, but also we don't force people to do it from the social point of view. If anybody wills to go this way, he is free to do it. We don't make it like China, one child or two. So we don't have financial problem because we pay too much for it. And also, there are international organizations who pay for it because they don't like us to be too many.
دكتور عنا عندنا فرصة تثبيت الحمل كافية أبدا. يعني وسائل تثبيت الحمل مكلفة جدا عندنا في بلادنا، مع انه منع الحمل ببلاش. هذا يعني سؤال يطرح نفسه بس.
ببلاش وكمان ابلكيشن ببلاش. يعني the little people can do it without any problem because there are women explaining for women, men for men and so forth. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. The second and third speaker, they are not available. Now our speaker is Dr. Nasser Ztipc. He got his PhD in pharmaceutics from University of Michigan in 1997. In 2000, he is appointed as a reviewer at USA FDA, and in 2009, he is also appointed as pharmacologist in SIM. Now he is a professor in the Faculty of Pharmacy at Petra University. His talk is about saliva versus plasma pharmacokinetics, theory and application of salivary extraction classification system. تفضل دكتور ناصر.
Thank you very much for your introduction. My talk today is about a new research project that was done at Petra University during the last year, and under the name of saliva versus plasma kinetics. And we have a new theory and application for a salivary excretion classification system, SECS. Salivary excretion of drugs has been reported previously as a good indicator of bioavailability, therapeutic drug monitoring, kinetics, and drug abuse, because it's simple, it's non-invasive, and cheap. Actually, we have two structures in the oral cavity that participate in the formation of saliva. These are the salivary glands and oral mucosa. Usually, the role of protein binding has been previously linked strongly to the salivary excretion of drugs. So the objectives were to compare and correlate the kinetics in saliva versus those in plasma, and also to investigate the scientific rationale for the salivary excretion of drugs based on a proposed salivary excretion classification system abbreviated as SIX. First, the clinical part, we have collected data from 13 two-way crossover biochemical studies conducted in the fasted state where all the regulatory guidelines and after the approval of the Jordan FDA. And from each study we collected saliva and plasma from 2 to 3 humans, and that was done at Jordan Center for Pharmaceutical Research in Al-Muwasa Hospital. We collected resting saliva without stimulation and also plasma samples up to 5 half-lives during each study phase. And we confirmed that there is no residue in the mouth and from the nose to make sure that there is no contamination in our method. And then we analyzed such drugs by validated LCMS or HVAC method available. Now, the data analysis was the first part is statistical, that we have calculated the pharmacokinetics by non-compartmental analysis method. This is a standard method of calculation of pharmacokinetics. We have used Kinetica program. We calculate like an AOC, Cmax, Tmax, all those simple parameters. And then what's to do now with this project is the calculation of absorption parameters, like the effective permeability by convolution method using a Nettler method or Nettler-Mead algorithm parameter estimation module using a program called SimCell program version 11. And this is done by searching for best parameter values that produce plasma concentration matching the actual plasma concentration at the same time. And I will show you some of the figures for these optimization processes. We also used in calculations, we used log P values, molecular weight, fractional bound in plasma, and these were kept were got from literature and were kept constant during the optimization processes. And the last part in that analysis was the dimension analysis that makes the comparison between saliva and plasma more simple. That's make it more simple. Like for example, area under the curve, when we divide saliva AUC by plasma AUC, we got a new number which is called dimensionless AUC. That means, or AUC star, it means without dimensions, without units. The same applies for Tmax and other parameters. And finally, we have a new number in this research, and I named it S star or saliva dimensionless number, which equals fraction unbound to plasma proteins times the effective permeability of the drug, which is also dimensionless, as you show here. So I will show you the importance of this. This table just shows the accuracy and intraday, interday, linear range, etc. For the analytical methods used for the 13 drugs under investigation. And this table shows the pharmacokinetics both in saliva, in dark blue, and in plasma in light blue colors. There is good correlation between the two. However, we noticed that, for example, for diacerin, it says no salivary excretion for this drug. The same applies for losartan, for tamsulicin, for montelukast, for lonzicam, while others have shown good salivary excretion and good correlation with plasma kinetics. So when I tried to figure out what's the reason behind the salivary excretion of some drugs, and while it's not possible for other drugs to cross into saliva, I returned to the old literature, which is linking the protein binding to protein binding to the salivary excretion. Usually the old theory about salivary excretion is that when the drug protein binding is large, then it is not subjected to salivary excretion. While if the protein binding is small, then it can pass to saliva, and there will be a salivary excretion. The salivary excretion is possible. However, the old theory did not apply for this kind of data, because I have found that some drugs that are highly protein bound and still they are detected in saliva. They are detected in saliva, although they have high protein binding, which is against the literature information. So this is just curve for fluoxetine, one of the drugs, fluoxetine. This is the concentration in plasma and the concentration in saliva. And as you see, there is a very good correlation between C plasma and C saliva. Strong correlation of more than 0.99 correlation coefficient. So the idea is now to find another parameter, another key parameter, which can help to interpret the data that we have obtained. And the other key parameter was the effective permeability of the drug, in addition to the protein binding factor, which was previously discussed. So when the permeability is high, when the permeation is high, and protein binding or the protein fraction is high, then yes, there will be a salivary excretion, and this falls into class 1 drugs. Now for class 2 drugs, when the permeability is low and the free fraction is high, so again there will be a salivary excretion again. So this is now both class 1 and 2 are consistent with literature. Okay. Now, for example, now when I apply this 6 classes, so Seneca seed fall into class 3. That one could not interpret the data without this classification system. Sitagliptin falls into class 1, 3. For losartan, that was not excreted, that falls into class 4, and so on. For the 13 drugs. This is the optimization process for fluoxetine, optimized versus predicted concentration, and this is the same. The blue dots are the actual data here, and the line shows the optimized concentration by Ztipc program that predicts a good, which shows good correlation and good filling of permeability. This is a new table. We have tried to test our 6 proposal using all data from literature. So we collected another 5 drugs. We collected another 5 drugs from literature. We did not do these studies, but we collected these drugs from literature, and all of them they have fitted our 6 proposal very well. So this is again now we have the dimension analysis data, the fraction, the dimensionless AUC, Cmax, Tmax, half-life, C star and S star. These are the 2 main key factors here in our research. And this now is the good correlation between the salivary excretion dimensionless number S star and the C star, the dimensionless concentration.